Hi, everybody. If you follow Midjourney news, you know that version 5 of Midjourney is available and that the photorealism is significantly improved in version 5. In this video, I'm revisiting some of my favorite prompts for creating portraits of women in Midjourney. The original images were done in version 4 of Midjourney. Let's see how these same prompts look in version 5. I will not change anything about the prompts and will show you the side-by-side comparison of version 4 and 5. Plus, the full prompts are in the description box for this video. Process. I used the previous version 4 image as an image prompt followed by the text of the original prompt. Then I tried the prompt without the image prompt to see what variations Midjourney would provide. By also not using image prompt from version 4, I wanted to see if these prompts go into any other creative directions. The version 4 is one of the most evocative images I've created in Midjourney. I cannot say that version 5 improved on the image. Indeed, I think the details of the garment are not quite as good. Here we see her with jeans and sneakers underneath. In this version 4 image, I always found that the eyes are too harsh. There's a very masculine feel to that face. Wow, this is much better. Beautiful eyes. Look at the pattern of the threads in the garment. Different eye colors here. Perhaps a little problem with the eyes if you look closely, but absolutely gorgeous overall. If you did not look closely, this could pass for a real photograph. The version 4 was a difficult scene. It's a spectacular composition, though not realistic. Version 5 gives more realism. The outfit is amazing. Overall, the image needs work. I like it, but I also do not get the impression that it's anything other than an AI-generated image. This is much more appealing, but is she going to jump off the bridge? Look, she's standing outside the barrier. Ignoring that, this is a very good image. Our original was a cute illustration. I could not get an image with her back to the camera, so to speak. This is nice, but I don't think it's a big improvement on version 4. The woman is very realistic, but why does it seem like she is standing in front of a rain-streaked window? I feel like we also have lost a lot of the cyberpunk neon city. There's a darkness here, and I'm not talking about the color scheme. This prompt aimed for a film noir, a crime movie scene where something is happening in the life of this character. Version 5 improves on the quality of her features, though there's not the same characteristics to her, but that could be adjusted through changing the prompt. These black and white compositions are really good. The background details, the messy bed, all seem very realistic. It's the golden hour photography, the film grain, and specifying the film stock that really made this version 4 image. Version 5 gives us a very realistic image. This could be a photograph. Variations could result in good possibilities. Again, very natural. I think this image is wonderful in terms of replicating a real photograph. I think anyone will have a hard time guessing this was AI generated. And if you tell people it was AI generated, then a common response would be that it was just stolen from an Instagram feed of the internet. That's why I like to use unusual settings, like a woman in Ukraine fighting a war. Version 5 gave me more gruesome, blood-soaked images. This was the one with the least scars on her face. That's a great composition. Probably the main giveaway that is AI is that the woman is too beautiful in that situation. I love this image from version 4. It's bizarre, but the details are captivating. Version 5 gives us a lovely girl in an incredible outfit. See, that's one of my favorite cameras if you see my Blackmagic Cinema camera images. Notice that her hands are really good. Midjourney is getting much better with hands. The quality of her face is nearly perfect, though the headdress does not seem to be sitting naturally on her head. This girl still looks like a render from a computer game. Now that looks real, partly because she's not perfect, but natural. The reality of this image is alarming if you're concerned about people being fooled by AI images, or it's pleasing if that's what you're after. That makes me wonder, what is the future of fashion photography? Raise real models as this technology improves. This composition became magical with the imagination of Midjourney 4. Version 5 improves the image quality a bit, though messes up the perspective with balloons in odd places. But without guiding the image prompt, the creativity of Midjourney got lost with version 5. I do like this composition, but it shows that with version 5, we need to be much more thoughtful about our prompts. And that's not a bad thing. But I have always really appreciated that Midjourney took images into unexpected places. My main criticism with this image is, what happened to the red balloons in my prompt? In most variations of this image, I got yellow balloons. Also, note that Midjourney no longer is giving me hot air balloons, as in version 4. Of course, my prompt does not specify hot air balloons. I had originally intended normal balloons like these, but the hot air balloons were a nice surprise. This looks like a wild and dangerous girl, so it looks like fun. In version 5, her face gets airbrushed and the hair is more stylized. I prefer the version 4 image. Version 4 gave this incredibly creative image. Version 5 builds on that lovely dress with birds fluttering everywhere. Not a realistic scene, but amazing somehow. And here we go from a beautiful fashion set to something that's a bit horrifying. I'm not sure if he's going to be okay. Those birds are not happy birds. What I liked about the version 4 image is that it surprised me, particularly how the colors flowed seamlessly from her dress. In version 5, we're not getting that type of magical transition between clothing and the colors. What we get here are women playing in colors but not dissolving literally into the paint. If I had not seen the possibilities of version 4 and only have seen these version 5 images, then I would be completely satisfied with version 5. The original version 4 quality was not too good, though it did portray the essence of the prompt and good composition. This still has a very video game feel to it. Indeed, I could create the same scene in Unreal Engine rather easily. This shot is a bit more realistic at first glance due to the composition. You could actually imagine someone standing there, but when you look too closely, you see that the background has a very matte painting quality, and there are a few small defects with the body details. Look at the right side of her body. This version 4 image has a Renaissance feel, almost from the 1600s. Version 5, nice light from the window. The hand is a bit awkward here, though it does have the correct number of fingers. Here we see where version 5 really takes off to produce stunning images. But look very closely and you will see watermarks all over each of these images. The original photo was one of my favorites, though it has flaws. Can version 5 improve this image? 3 of these images are silly. It misinterpreted the hat on her head and gave her a mini umbrella hat. Overall, the depiction of the woman herself is good, and the setting with the out of focus background, rain, and the wet pavement is excellent, but it does not work as a complete image. Without the image prompt guiding the composition, we get okay images. This one is very good with a mischievous look on her face. The hand is not distorted, but the rain is not falling on her. She's not red at all. Again, we are seeing an effect like sees in front of a window and that the rain is outside the window. Midjourney advises that prompts that worked in the past may not work as well in version 5. This raises a question: if you are seeking a creative composition generated by AI, should you try your ideas in previous versions of Midjourney for inspiration? How are you doing with version 5? Let me know in the comments. Enjoy creating images.